What's up at welcome sa Pochoklak. Ito ang Sona 2025 special ng Relitico kung saan tinitingnan natin ang mga relo ng mga politiko. Sa episode na to, titingin tayo ng mga relo na nakita sa Sona 2025. Una, kay Joel Villanueva, current senator. Pangalawa, kay Migz Zubiri, former Senate President. Pangatlo, kay Chiz Escudero, current Senate President. Pang-apat, Martin Romualdez, current Speaker of the House. At panglima, current President of the Republic of the Philippines, Bongbong Marcos. Bago po tayo magsimula, napansin ko, 92% ng mga nanonood ng mga videos ko, hindi pa subscribe. Kaya, subscribe na po kayo, please. Hindi na po ako magpapaligoy-ligoy pa. Tara na! Dito sa relo ni Speaker of the House Martin Romualdez, kailangan nating tingnan yung case shape niya and the integrated bracelet. So, that's quite important when it comes to determining what this watch might be. And then we look at the dials. The main dial niya, white, and then the sub-dials are black. So, panda configuration. I actually think that this watch is a Vacheron Constantin overseas chronograph. So initially I thought na Audemars Piguet ang relo na ito, no? But when I looked at other photos, I thought actually Vacheron Constantin to. And I did note na Speaker of the House Martin Romualdez has a penchant for Vacheron Constantin overseas line of watches, no? So this watch is quite expensive on the secondary market. It's up to 34,000 euros. Yan ay halos 2.4 million pesos plus shipping, taxes, and duties. Because I have not seen this watch on the secondary market here in the Philippines. Kasi mas patok po yung AP Royal Oak, no, as the chronograph. Nevertheless, I think this is a good watch, and Vacheron Constantin is part of the holy trinity of Swiss watchmakers alongside with Patek Philippe and Audemars Piguet. No? So I think the Vacheron Constantin overseas chronograph is a great choice for the Sona 2025 event. Going from the holy trinity of Swiss watchmakers, we go to something a bit more entry level when it comes to the alternative for this watch. And for the alternative, I have selected the Timex or Q Timex chronograph in the panda configuration. So makita nyo, the reason I chose this watch is because of the panda dial. The date placement is pretty much similar, and then it comes in the integrated bracelet style. But the key concessions, of course, would be number one, the quality of the finishing, and number two, the movement, because this one comes in a quartz movement. Samantalang yung Vacheron po, no, is an automatic mechanical chronograph movement. But price-wise kasi, this watch achieves so much of the look for so little of a price, no, at 15,295 pesos. So you can click the link in the description to go to the Timex website and check this product out kung trip nyo ang ganitong look without wanting to break the bank. Hindi na po ako magpapaligoy-ligoy pa sa relo ni Senator Joel Villanueva. I think this is a Rolex Yachtmaster 126655. Nabase ko po yan sa color ng case, which is parang rose gold, and then the black rubber strap, pati yung indices niya on this footage. Mapapansin nyo na it's very similar to the Yachtmaster, no? So that's why I think it's the Yachtmaster. And this watch, I've seen it on the secondary market go for up to 1.8 million pesos at this point. And this watch, I have nothing else to say but, you know, other than it's my grail watch. And so, being my grail watch, no, nagko-consider po talaga ako ng alternatives. When I started with this hobby, I was already looking for alternatives. And one that I was seriously considering at some point would be the Seiko SRPD 76. Kaya ko po ito napili as an alternative for you would be the rose gold colored case along with the black strap and the dive style ultimately. So ang key concession nito, the rose gold is achieved with a coating rather than actual rose gold. And then yung strap niya is not, I think, not of the best quality. I've tried it on and it's quite plasticky in that way. Nevertheless, if you're just going for the look, the Seiko is an undeniably great choice. Dito sa relo ni Senate President Chiz Escudero. I'm going to cheat a little bit. Mas speculative po ito rather than actually seeing hard footage, no? But there are two things that made me think na this is the Cartier Tank XL. So una, yung way that the watch slips under the cuff of his barong. That's number one. And then number two, in certain footage, no, nakita ko siya na wina-wind niya yung watch niya or ina-adjust niya. And that means he doesn't use the watch all that often, or it could be that mahina ang power reserve. And that's why I thought this might be the Tank XL. I've talked about the Tank before, but not really in this configuration. The Tank must, in the current Cartier lineup, this is the only one with the date. So the date is at the 6 o'clock position, and it's the only one with a mechanical movement. The other variations come in quartz. I've seen this in the flesh and I've tried it on, and it's actually quite attractive, especially the guillot shape pattern in the middle of the dial. And it's really Cartier when it comes to the design. Ang relo po na ito sa secondary market, pag hinanap nyo, it will cost you up to 240,000 pesos depending on the condition of the watch. And that would mean na maghahanap po kayong ng alternatives. And so the alternative that I have for you today is a bit different in the Hamilton Bolton Mechanical. So this watch, kaya ako to napili kasi the Roman numerals, the shape of the case, the blued hands, although ito walang date, and then it's not an automatic movement, and obviously the quality of the leather will not match that of the Cartier. But this one is of course going to be less expensive at 67,000 pesos, mga ganyang amount on the secondary market, plus taxes, duties, and shipping pa kasi you would have to import it. Wala pa akong nakitang ganito sa secondary market sa Philippines. But if you just want to go for that look, I think Hamilton is a brand that is part of the Swatch group na also has good heritage, no? So if you don't have the funds for a Cartier yet and you really cannot wait and want that look, I think the Hamilton Bolton is a good alternative. Dito po muna tayo sa relo ni Senator Migz Zubiri. So, dito, I think ito yung instance kung saan ninonominate niya po si former Senate President Tito Soto para sa Senate presidency. Pero dito, ang kailangan po nating tingnan, yung bracelet and the case shape, tapos yung bezel niya and the dial color. I think at this point, medyo familiar na po kayo sa silhouette na yan. This is a Rolex Submariner. But not just any Rolex Submariner. It's the Submariner reference 116619LB. So ang relo po na ito, what's special about it is yung case niya, pati yung bracelet niya is in full white gold. And then mapapansin nyo, very unique take on the Submariner, yung blue dial, together with the blue bezel. And dito sa footage na to, medyo halatang halata na it's color blue. So this watch has a diameter of 40 millimeters, and obviously in the dive style that was made famous by the very first Rolex Submariner. So ang relo po na ito on the secondary market can cost up to 2.1 million pesos. Napaka mahal po, no? Pero wala na po kayong choice kundi sa secondary market kasi this watch has already been discontinued. So in terms of the alternative to this watch, I thought of the Tudor Black Bay 58 in the blue configuration. So the Black Bay 58 is from Tudor, and Tudor is effectively a sister brand of Rolex, no? Also a brainchild of Hans Wilsdorf, the founder of Rolex. Kaya ko po napili ang relo na ito. Una, dahil this is a dive watch. Pangalawa, it also has the same heritage as the Rolex Submariner, no? It traces its heritage back to Tudor Submariner in 1958, no? Hence the name Black Bay 58. Ang key concessions lang dito, the bezel here is aluminum rather than ceramic katulad ng sa Rolex. And then pinakamalaking concession yung case material and the bracelet material, which here is stainless steel as opposed to white gold on the Rolex. And then the size of this one is at 39 millimeters. But as I mentioned in prior videos, Tudor has done so much already to distance itself from Rolex as a brand that can create its own designs. And I think the Black Bay 58 is a good alternative, lalo na kung you don't have the money to spend for a watch such as the Submariner in the full white gold. So itong relo na suot ni current President Bongbong Marcos, the key characteristics would be the case shape and the color of the case that looks to be rose gold. And in some footage, I've seen this to have small seconds. And because of those characteristics, tingin ko, ito ay isang Patek Philippe Calatrava. If I had to guess, I think it would be the Calatrava 5196 R001 dahil nga rose gold yung kulay niya, no. I think this is a great watch. In other circumstances, no, I've seen the current president wear IWCs, and during his inauguration, I saw him wear the Patek Philippe Nautilus in the rose gold with a brown strap. I think by far, this is the best choice. And for such an event, I think it fits very well. Gustong-gusto ko po talaga ang relo na ito. Sabi ko nga in previous videos, no, napaka-rare to see dress watches from Patek Philippe. Karaniwan po yan, makikita natin Nautilus o di kaya Aquanaut. Kaya masaya po ako sa relo na ito. On the secondary market, I've seen this watch go for up to 1.8 million pesos plus shipping, taxes, and duties pa. But that's why you have to think of an alternative. And for the alternative, I am giving you the Longines flagship heritage. So looks-wise, indices are similar. Meron ding small seconds. The hands look similar. It's very mid-20th century style. Ang disadvantage lang sa watch na ito would be it comes in the stainless steel case. And the movement might not be of the same quality as the Patek Philippe. Pero tingnan nyo ng maigi. Looks-wise, para sa akin po, kuhang-kuha, may date complication pa. And Longines is a brand that has been around for longer than Patek Philippe. So you could make the argument that Longines is actually the brand that has the better heritage. But I think that's a debate for another day. When it comes to the secondary market price for this watch, maximum na nakita ko sa secondary market dito sa Pinas would be 70,000 pesos. And that's why I implore you na kapag gusto nyo ang itsura ng Calatrava, go for the flagship heritage at 70,000 pesos. Now, as an alternative to the alternative, you could always go with the Orient Bambino in 38 millimeters kung hindi nyo masyadong trip yung Longines, or kung medyo nag-iipon pa kayo and you're just starting with your watch game.
Sama na rin natin yung bago nating kampiyon, si PNP Chief Nick Torrance.
Ayun! Nakakita na tayo ng 5 sample mula sa Sona 2025. At sa lahat po ng mga relo na tiningnan natin today, pinakapaborito ko po yung Rolex Yachtmaster 2 reference 126655 na suot po ni Senator Joel Villanueva. Yan po ay dahil grail watch ko po ang relo na ito. At doon naman po tayo sa alternatives. Pinakapaborito ko po yung Longines Flagship Heritage. Yan po ay dahil sa napakalapit na isura nito sa Patek Philippe. At bukod po dyan, I think Longines has the heritage to match Patek Philippe. Pero opinion ko lang po yan. Kung iba pong inyong opinion, kung tingin nyo merong ibang relo na mas angkop bilang alternatibo, let me know in the comment section down below. Kung nagustuhan nyo po ang Sona Special ng Relitico, do hit the like button. At kung trip nyo po yung ganitong klaseng content and you're into watch reviews, please subscribe to the channel and hit the bell icon. Yun lang po. Maraming salamat po sa oras ng panonood. Laters, yo!